blue eyes, set off wonderfully by a dark blue coat, black waistcoat, and snowy white neckcloth, curling jet-black hair clubbed back into a tail, a strong jaw, and a wide, sensual mouth. But when the man smiled, he revealed white, even teeth and dimples on either side of his mouth. Typical. Mary placed Herodotus firmly back on the shelf and turned toward the shop door.
"Wait."
There was no reason for her to stop and look at him at his command, and yet something compelled her to do just that. The handsome aristocrat wasn't grinning any more. In fact, he looked a bit puzzled. No doubt he wasn't used to maidservants walking away from him.
"This is a very odd sort of game,"
he said. "I don't consider it a game at all, sir," she replied. "Good day."
"No, but wait,"
he protested again, this time laying his hand on her arm. Mary stiffened. "Unhand me, sir."
"If I'd known you liked books, I would have escorted you here myself,"
he said slowly, searching her face in the oddest manner. His gaze dropped to her grey linsey-woolsey gown and neat white apron.
"Although I'm not sure why you've chosen that costume. Rather plain, isn't it?"
Mary frowned up at him. It was early in the day to be intoxicated, but one never knew with beautiful male aristocrats. They tended to be an undisciplined lot. "I'll thank you not to make comment on my person, and I certainly don't need you or anyone else to escort me to the bookshop, sir. Now let me go." But instead of doing as she asked, he grasped her other arm and turned her so that she faced him. He bent his head, peering at her, black brows drawn together over his startling blue eyes.
"Lady Joanna?"
"That is quite enough," Mary said in a firm tone. "You've had your amusement at my expense, sir, but now the jest has grown old. Let me go, or I shall be forced to notify my employer. He is—"
"You're not Lady Joanna,"
he interrupted her, having apparently not paid attention to a word she'd said. "I'm sorry to ask this, but were you dropped on your head as a child?" Mary inquired sweetly. "Because that would certainly explain the inability to follow a simple conversation." He grinned.
"No, you're not Lady Joanna at all, are you, sweetheart? You're much too fiery."
"I," Mary enunciated with deep disapproval, "am not your sweetheart."
"Actually, that remains to be seen,"
he muttered under his breath, which did not in any way calm Mary's alarm.
"What's your name?"
She stared at him mutely. Perhaps she could wait him out.
"Stubborn,"
he said, possibly to himself, since he obviously wasn't talking to her.
"Very stubborn. But the eyes more than make up for it. And the wit. Good Lord, this is amazing."
She narrowed her eyes and opened her mouth to make a very cutting rejoinder, but he beat her to it.
"May I introduce myself, then? I am Henry Collins, Viscount Blackwell."
He made an elaborate and showy bow to her as if she were a lady. By the time he straightened, Mary knew her face was aflame. This was why she hated well-favoured aristocrats so. They thought nothing of mocking poor girls for their own sport. "Are you done now, my lord?" she asked, her voice frozen.
"No, I'm afraid not,"
he said ruefully.
"Look here, I don't suppose you'll let me escort